Ho, ho. Do we care about the holidays this year? You know, there aren't a ton of movies that give me that Blockbuster nostalgia. And for the youngins in the audience, Blockbuster used to be this dingy movie rental spot. And honestly, there may not be a more Blockbuster movie than Jack Frost.
Who's out there? Well, it ain't fucking Frosty.
Well, it ain't Barney the Purple Dinosaur.
And that's because nothing drew your attention to a cover at Blockbuster more than that crazy tech hologram cover of Jack Frost. You would see a happy, cute snowman as you approached, and then you saw your nightmare as you left. And oh, you left, because even with that marketing tactic, nobody rented that shit. You know damn well you had Not Another Teen Movie in your left hand, Sly Cooper in your right. I'm gonna need at least 8 days to beat that. My mom will pay the fee. Anyway, since you guys want to celebrate, let's get some holiday spirit going. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your NordVPN sponsorship. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Lately, I've seen a lot of random TikToks that have discussed a huge pro of VPNs being unrestricted content. So for example, you connect to a UK server and now Netflix has a different selection. The funny thing is I don't usually go on TikTok. I get these from Instagram. I'll scroll past like 5 photos of celebrities and then it's like, hey, that's it, you're caught up. You might be interested in these random ass TikToks. However, I noticed that a lot of these TikToks end with a push to download a free VPN. Let me tell you why that's not the best idea. If the VPN does not have a subscription service, they might try and make money another way, aka selling your data to third parties if they're tracking your activity. Nord's not gonna do that. There's no data logging. With free VPNs, their encryption services may not be as strong and they might purposely slug down your online connection to force you to buy their premium subscription. Nord has super fast servers, 24/7 customer support, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. And we got a special
Holiday deal.
You can get 68% off a 2-year plan plus 4 additional months for free when you go to nordvpn.com/MrGG. That's nordvpn.com/MrGG. And thank you, Nord, for being a longtime supporter of the channel. Jack Frost is a serial killer that gets hosed down with genetic mutation acid and turns into a snowman. Pee pee poo poo check. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Kinda like this movie. In the gutter of stanky B movies, I get this one. I even laughed a couple times watching it. And one of them was like an ugly laugh. I'm so proud of this garbage. However, looking at some of the reviews, one of the scenes seems to really stand out to critics and audiences. Some may even consider it the divisive peak of the movie. It even caught me off guard, but we'll talk about it when we get there. A shackled Jack Frost ventures through the snow awaiting his execution. But that's no fun, so they get into a head-on collision with a genetic research truck carrying acidic solution. None of it comes out during the crash and the 15 barrel rolls that followed, but the pressure slowly starts to rise when Jack is staring down the cop who survived. And this part genuinely surprised me because this was way more gruesome and even like not that bad looking for what I was expecting with this film. Especially when I first saw the cop just took a dabble of fire sauce from a paintbrush to the face and those fucking barrel rolls. Barrel roll, barrel roll. I was impressed. I was impressed by this movie. I think I finally lost it. Sam here has been haunted by the thought of Jack Frost because he was the one who finally put him behind bars. And he just so happens to be driving by the accident, so he pulls over and tries to ask what happened.
What happened here, officer? I'm with the local...
Let's keep it moving, sir. This is a federal matter.
Oh, okay.
What seems to be the problem here, officer? Yeah, I'm the shift leader at the Del Taco down the road. You the chief? Sam's son cooks his dad up some of that, which made me unlock this small memory. Did you guys ever make reindeer food in your school when you were younger? I just remembered bringing it home in a baggie and throwing it on my lawn like Rudolph would swoop down and be like, oh, oats and glitter? Bet. Sam drives out to this snowman competition. Yeah, those classic snowman competitions in the middle of October. Look at all this snow. Just look at it. It's everywhere. Looks like the waiter just scraped some mozzarella on her salad. Shannon Elizabeth, fancy seeing you here. I feel like Shannon never got her respect. I mean, she at least deserved like a Jessica Alba-esque run, right? Especially after the scene she did in this movie. We'll get there. Sam has a hunch that Jack Frost is behind this unexpected murder. But this federal dingus assures him that Jack is dead, even though he knows that Jack is actually loose in the town as mounds of snow standing there menacingly. Sam's son goes to put the finishing touches on this rando snowman, only to be interrupted by a couple of hooligans. And I had to use the subtitles here because I kept hearing the bully say, "You're standing in the middle of a black guy's sled run," which Is he on his way, or?
You're standing in the middle of a black ice sled run, snot for brains.
Oh! Black ice. This is dirt. He teaches Sam's son a lesson and pops off Jack's head. So Jack, visibly upset and evil, shoves the kid down just in time for a...
Game plan is to use his speed.
The town is in awe, and the bully's dad is steaming.
Your son says a snowman pushed my son Billy. Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
He's usually not so short-tempered.
Something about the decapitation of his son a la Sled must be setting them off. I'll talk to him.
All right, why don't we all just go on home, all right? Let's keep Billy in our prayers.
Why did that have the same vibes as the fellow kids meme? Let's keep him in our prayers. Huh? Heaven, right? Listen, Padre, between you and me, the only Hail Marys I've been looking forward to on Sundays have been from a saint called Aaron Rodgers, if you catch my drift. You want some of this?
Don't you think we ought to put the tree lights on?
Your son is in cold 5 hours. You want festivities?
They just carried our son like a hammock, and you want synchronized lights?
Don't you think we ought to put the tree lights on?
Our son's a fucking champagne cork, and you want cookies?
Don't you think we ought to put the tree...
Our son got rock'em sock'em, then you want to listen to D. Martin?
Don't you think we...
Our son's severed head is probably in a cooler next to the coroner's lunch, and you're thinking about Saint Nick? Some unpaid mortician assistant is spreading Gorilla Glue on our son's neck, and you want to fa la 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 la. So the old man goes out back for a smoke, and after some taunting, Jack gives him the axe, with some style points. And this is what I like about this movie. It's a comedy slasher, and I've laughed, comedy, and the killing scenes, properly contextualized, are great. They just seem to be the right amount of goofy and gruesome. Well, I mean, excluding that one scene. We'll get there. So for example, for this guy's wife, Jack nooses her up with Christmas lights, shoves an ornament in her mouth, and hits her with a chiropractor press to break the ornament in her mouth. That's fire. But that wasn't enough. Jack mushes her face into a box of ornaments, and I mean, he's scribbling with her schnoz right now. Pins her to the tree and impales her forehead with the star. That's just good writing. So Federal Dingus and his scientist buddy come down to help, but refuse to divulge any info. But we do learn that Jack can transform into a liquid state whenever he pleases. Jack kills more people, and these two young lovers plan to have sex. And that sounds, you know, fucking sick, but man, does this movie slow down for this? I mean, for the most part, we've been just gunning through it, and I don't know why this part, out of all of them, is like the worst part of the movie. Well, that is until the scene. We'll get there. Anyway, Shannon blow dries her hair until it's radioactive, and Penis takes an icicle to the dome. Shannon sees a bath drawn for her, and she gets naked. Hell yeah. Then we have these awkward close-up shots that don't show anything except like legs and clavicle, which feels more perverted, honestly. And yeah, here we are, the scene. I'm gonna try my best to explain it to you. So she's in the bath, right? Carrot floats up in the water. My eyebrow perks up. She starts to get cold, and then all the water turns into snow. And I thought, oh, she's gonna freeze to death. But she doesn't. Jack starts to slowly morph into his mounds, and Shannon's mounds are now embedded into him. And she's screaming the entire scene, which doesn't help the criticism of this scene, as he continuously slams her into the wall. And if you look at his face, Carrot's missing. My boy Jack is getting it in, but not consensually. But at the same time, he's a bad guy. Bad guys do stuff like that in movies. But there's also like some Saved by the Bell music playing during this scene, which kind of just throws off the tone. But he's also fucking Snowman, literally.
Looks like Christmas came a little early this year.
Bazinga. It's funny, I just thought I was being some perverted idiot at the start of the scene. But no, the snowman just fucked her to death with a carrot. And this being so divisive, apparently, I guess you want my opinion on it. This is a low-budget 90s film that has a child's head catapulted off due to the pettiness of a snowman. Do I think it's stupid? Yes. Am I gonna be the brave soul to take a stance on the straight-to-VHS Jack Frost? No. Why would I make this film the scapegoat of the issue people have overall with this topic in film and media alike? And I read this little fun fact on the IMDb where the scene was just supposed to be a regular slam against the wall murder, but apparently later the editor was the one who said to the director, hey, you know what this scene looks like, right? And he's like, oh snap, you're right. Let's just run with it. We'll film some after sex zingers so it makes sense. Get the fuck out of here. I'm more mad about that if that was actually said by the director. You've had all these creative, cute kills, and now you're telling me you were just gonna kill this girl by just repeatedly slamming her against the wall? Bet. Jack comes to kill the main part of the cast, and they realize that The blickies are useless against him. This scene's really cute. They want to nuke the police station he's in, so they start having aerosol cans self-empty. There's a bunch of goofs, and we get a horrid zinger as my boy lights her up.
Come on, shoot it! Those are not your orders! Somebody remember to put out the cat.
But he's not dead. All they did was temporarily melt him and completely destroy a police station that this small shitty town can definitely not afford to rebuild. So they lure him in again, and out come the blow dryers, baby. They corner him into the furnace and lock him in to melt for life until they realize, oh fuck, condensation's a thing. Stupid ass science. I hate that shit. All my homies hate science. Sam tries to fight back again and throws a snack his son made at Jack for some reason. And why did that work so well?
What did you put in those oats?
Sorry.
It's a good thing that you did.
I didn't want you to get cold.
Honey, what did you put in the oats?
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze! Officer! Lock this little shit up. Sam sends a local store clerk to gather his antifreeze and make a pool. Jack corners Sam and slowly starts to stab him with an icicle, but the store clerk pulls up and Sam tackles Jack out of the window straight into the pool of antifreeze, which honestly, I'm really happy with this ending.
All gone.
Praise be God indeed. Someone Sam's gonna meet very soon. I mean, I'm no doctor. Antifreeze? Probably not great for open wounds. I guess what I'm more so trying to say is that Sam's dead. He's dead. I don't care what the movie shows me. He's dead. They bottle up all the antifreeze and bury it. And like I say, it's not a real shitty horror film without a little nudge at a sequel. And that is Jack Frost. I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. It was a nice little break from bricks. And now I'm here to ask you guys what you want me to watch next. Once again, here is the list that I've gathered from your suggestions. So go ahead and try and push for something that you want to see. Hopefully, it's even better than this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Here is your second reminder. Please leave a like. Subscribe to your boy because... Wait, that's not the line. Oh, shit. Subscribe because I have more content coming your way. Shout out to my lovely patrons for supporting the boy. Shout out to Patricia Holder for retweeting my last video tweet. You can find me streaming on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday at twitch.tv/themrgg. And I've had a small dry period on the Mr. GG live channel, but we're about to get it going again. So go subscribe now. Link down below. And as always, I am Mr. GG, and I